Hey, all you big bass lovers. It's Demont coming back from me from Demont's Big Bass. It's been a minute since I've done some videos. I'm sorry about that, guys. I've been doing all kinds of stuff around the house, trying to set up a pool table, just doing all kinds of mess. I wanted to come back and show you. I'm going to really start getting serious and making my videos again. I know a lot of you guys have been messaging me on Facebook and Instagram. I want to show you some stuff that I use in the winter. Yes, fish still bite in the winter. They're still hungry. They still got to eat. You got to start making your presentations kind of match what they're doing. I know, let's start off with a lot of the pros like to go to. This is not, I do like throwing this, but it's not my favorite thing to throw. That's jerkbaits. So let's get into it a little bit. I do have megabass. I have several different things. I have Spro. But one bait I want to show you in particular, give me just 1 second, let me get them out of here, is you get them at, I've been buying them on Land Big Fish, and it's the Headhunters. They are almost identical in almost every single way. I don't know if you hear that. Let me see if we can get it close now so you can see that weight chamber in there. See it? How they come up and they go down. I don't know if you can see it or not. That's what I'm going to try some of the but I'll tell you what. These right here, you can get these on Land Big Fish. They're almost all the time on sale. And they're like $4 or $5. The action's perfect. Hooks are freaking sharp as heck. For my money, I'm going Headhunter. I mean, I have Headhunters, I have Rapalas. I can get them out of here. I have Jerk Shads, I have Rapala, Shad Wraps, I have Shad Wraps, I have the bigger Shad Wraps, I have Deeps. I even have Headhunters in Deep. These are Headhunters. You tell me that don't look like a megabass. I mean, these things are perfect. I also have Berkeley. I have Berkeley's. I've been really impressed with the quality of Berkeley baits, and especially Berkeley hooks. This is, what's this one called again? It's called the Cutter. This is the 110 Plus. Then, let's see, I think I have the same color in the regular 110. Okay, and this is the regular 110. But I might have almost every color on the rainbow as far as like jerkbaits go. Here's yep, this is a Lucky Craft pointer. This color right here, I've had a lot of success with it. It seems like later in, like, people have been kind of somewhat forgetting about Lucky Craft. Lucky Craft to me, I mean, I know they've been in the business a minute, but they're still some of the best to do it. You can't deny how good their stuff is. I mean, I still use a lot of Lucky Craft. Okay, now we talked about jerkbaits. Jerkbaits I am mostly going to use when it's kind of clear outside a bluebird sky. I like a little bit of wind, not a super amount of wind. And depends on the watercolor. I'll use anything from that one I showed you, that Lucky Craft. I also have some Headhunters that kind of look like that, and like they're called Pro Blue. It's a very good color. I like it a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna go more into jerkbaits on another video. We're gonna cover that. So I'm just gonna move on to something else. This is like my favorite way to fish when it's cold. From late fall all through winter, early spring. This is how I'm primarily going to be fishing right here. I love, let me go and get the other ones out. Wiggle Warts. And, ow, whew, that Headhunter got me. And the Rock Qualler Wiggle Wart. I also want to show you a bait that I'm really falling in love with. Is these new Headhunters. The body size is it's smaller. Let me get out a rock crawler here. Just want to show you in comparison so you can see apples to apples. I mean, I have Lucky Crafts. I have all kinds of stuff in this box. I have, here's a, whoops. Here's a rock crawler. I'm not going to try to grab it when I drop it. That Gamakatsu will get you. Get you. Here's a rock crawler. Ow. Just got me. Everything slippery, slippery, slippery. And here is the headhunter. So I'll show you a comparison of the body size. So you can see that the headhunter is smaller. It's even smaller than a wiggle wart. Let's get the wiggle wart. I'm gonna do another video on this as well, comparing. These are my 3 favorites as far as this style or genre of crankbait fishing. I've always called it finesse crankbait fishing or spring crankbait fishing. This is one. This is one of my favorite colors of wiggle warts, especially when that water has a little color to it. I mean, well, a lot of color. This color here is one of my favorite ones. What you can kind of see, here's a wiggle wart. Here's the rock crawler. This is the rock crawler, the little deeper one, the 14-foot one. I got some of the other ones in there as well. But here is the headhunter compared to this one. They also make the headhunter. I got a couple other ones here too as well. It's a deeper version as well. Now I'm gonna show you something now. Wiggle warts are always been one of my favorites for years. Even though I have to change the hooks, and usually I change the snap to a split ring. Didn't do it on that one yet, but also some Lucky Crafts are really good stuff as well. I have lots of different ones. I still like throwing the DT Thugs. The DT Thug is a really good bait in the winter and fall. Let's see if I can get this out right. This is a Lucky, what's it called? Not Lucky, a Lucky Strike. This is their Freak. I have this in different colors, but has a really kind of small body with a really crazy big bill, so it dives pretty deep. Only problem I've noticed is sometimes if you hit it off of something, this little piece right here is going to start trying to get really weak, and then if you catch anything of size, it's going to break. So just be careful if you're using those, okay? All right, so let's go on. Also, I really like the DT6s. Depends on your water clarity. If I can get this one out, sorry guys. This is called Big Shad. And of course, y'all know what this one is. This is my favorite babies right here. But I like the Big Shad color as well when the water's really clear. In my boat, especially fall, winter, spring, I have 3 boxes. I carry too much crap in my boat, but I have 3 boxes of this size or this style of cranking, just because it's my favorite. I mean, it's just my favorite. I have caught so many bass and I've won so many tournaments on this style of cranking. This style of cranking alone. But just to show you, here is 1, 2, 3. And I'm not the owl from Tootsie Roll. Some people say I carry too much shit, but I have always been a little bit FOMO. I mean, because having kids and a wife that sometimes fishing is not her priority, it's mine. So sometimes she don't like me. Bag is a bad idea. She don't like me just doing anything I want to do. She likes me to do what she wants me to do. But I mean, if you don't make the wife happy, you're not going to be doing what you want to do. All right, next thing I want to show you. This is my jewel box. I love this booger. If you see, this is my flat-sided box. All right, so when the bite starts getting tougher, they're not biting your wiggle wart. They're not biting that style of crankbait. To be honest, a lot of times I've been going to this, especially late spring. I mean, not late spring, late fall, winter, all through the winter. There's a lot of them in here that I really like. There's some that are kind of almost like copies of each other. But anyway, I'll show you. Here we go. Let's get this out. Okay. And I'm going to get this out. This is a Strike King clickbait. This is a OG Slim Rapala. Rapala's been making this for, I guess, 2 or 3 years now. Here's a Strike King. Same circuit board lip. I mean, I know these were designed in East Tennessee. I guess they don't hold the patent, but we can clearly tell what you did, Strike King. This had very huge popularity, so let's come out with this. It works. They actually both work really good. This one here has no rattle to it. So if you got really clear water, the OG Slim or just a little bit of stain, OG Slim is better. You got a little bit of color to your water, or you want to hit them with something different. A lot of times when I'm fishing flat sides, I have one of these both tied on. And these are what I've been starting to go to. And also, let me show you one other thing. A couple other things really quick. This is the 13 fishing, what's it called again? The Slim Daddy or something like that? Flatty Daddy. Flatty Daddy. I've been liking this one a lot. And this 6 cents. What's it called? The flat. Hell, I forget. It's the 6 cents one. I've been kind of going to these a lot because these are so much easier to throw than what I'm getting ready to show you. A lot easier than what I'm getting ready to show you. These I throw on 12 to 15 pound test fluorocarbon with a 7.3 medium heavy composite rod. Well, actually, yeah, 7.3. Sometimes I'll go down to a 7 foot if I need more accuracy. But most of the time when I'm fishing points or riprap, this is what I go to. And one thing you'll notice about these two, they have more of a square build. So I like to really fish these around riprap. These are really good around riprap. But I'm gonna go in more detail about some of these different things a little bit later on. I wanted to show you something really fast. This is Strike King's green gizzard shad. And this is Rapala's green gizzard shad. I like both of them. This is like 2 of my favorite colors when they're biting shad. But I like the Strike King color a little bit more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just saying. Just so we're clear about that. Now, some of my favorites I've had for a while, but these are harder to throw. I'm going to go to show you some of my older stuff and that I still use. Then I'm going to go to and show you some of my newer stuff. This is I'm a shaker. Nice little flat side bait. Still the same circuit board lip. This has been out probably 10 years before Rapala and Strike King did theirs. So, I mean, if you want to be honest, the mass producers was already in the market. I am a shaker. This is a really good bait. I love this bait. It does have a rattle to it. It has a thump, a thud. Let's see if you can hear it really good. Has that nice one rattle in it, like a one knocker, I guess you would call it. Another one I'll show you really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get out a couple other ones that I know I gotta get to, but one moment here. This guy here has been out since I was a kid. Come on, man, get off of there. It's the Norman. And Alma makes the exact same bait. It has a hinge in it, and it's very thin. There's not much room in there. It doesn't have a lot of slap to it. But this bait right here has been out for a long time, and it still works fantastic. I mean, it still works fantastic. I upgrade the hooks. These are Gamakatsus. I don't like the stock hook that comes with Normans. I always upgrade them. Every once in a while you have really sharp ones in it, but most of the time I just don't take chances on them. I have lost several big fish on them. All right, so let's go to some other stuff. But you got, these aren't that hard to throw. But these are another thing I've been liking a lot. If I can get one out. That's the thing when you have all these hooks. Sometimes you gotta fiddle with them to get them out. Come on. This is the Strike King. Now they have two different versions of something. I'm gonna show you something in a minute. This is the Strike King flat side deep. There's another version that Strike King makes. It's called the Shad. I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's in my Shad box. I don't want to reveal secrets. I'm sorry. It's coming up in a minute, okay? You got to watch to the end, see it. But this is the Strike King. This is really good. I like this a lot. It's a little bit harder to throw than those other ones. It's a little bit lighter. Okay, let me get this one out. I don't need both of you. Oh, and Bandit has been in the flat side game for a while too. Heck with it, I'll show it. You don't need to see everything. All right, I got some customs in here. I'm not trying to show you customs. I don't want to show you stuff you can't go to the store and buy. That's just not, it's not going to benefit you. If you can't go to the store and buy it, why should I show it to you? Or it's not going to help you in the grand scheme of things. All right, so, okay. A couple of these are like some of my favorite baits now. When you're fishing in the winter and the bite has gotten extremely tough, ouch. For years, and I have this exact same one. Actually, I grabbed it out. But I have this in lots of colors. I'm not going to keep digging. But this is the Lucky Craft flat CBSR. It doesn't go that deep. You see it has kind of a, it's almost goes down like a foot or two. I have caught so many fish off of this crankbait. It is ridiculous. This used to be my favorite. And this is what I always gravitated to when the water was cold and I wasn't getting a bite. This. Times have changed a little bit. I still fish this one, especially when fish are really shallow. When I find them really shallow in the wintertime and they pulled up on that riprap and they're sitting out there about 2 to 3 foot deep. This is your ticket. Trust me, this will get you bit. I have this, most of the time I'm fishing this mostly in shad colors. I have this in this color shad. I have it in a greenback herring shad. I have it in a couple other colors, but that will get you bit. Next, my new favorite is the Fritz side. This is made by Berkeley. They also have a deep version. It's got that big coffin style bill. I have this. This is honey shad. This is like their Delta Craw. I use this color a lot as well. Hook got me. A lot of people say this is too light to throw on a casting rod. No, it's not. I throw this always on a casting rod. I do have, it's a 7.3 medium light composite that I throw it on. I don't throw it on a medium or medium heavy or anything like that. I mean, you have to change your fishing style up to meet what you're doing. I mean, you can't just go out there and always just think you're going to throw a power technique and throw it with beef sticks. Sometimes, like, I also throw this, there's a smaller one that I throw, that I have a BFS rod in my boat for tournaments. And it's a Kai and Teton that I keep in the boat just to throw small flat side crankbaits, and also the other bait that I'm going to show you here in just a second. If this hasn't worked, you're thinking, damn, I need to catch a fish. I got two other things I'm going to show you. First thing, I'm going to stick with the hard baits first, is Shad Wraps. All right, and I throw primarily just shad and crawdad colors. And there's a time and place for different things. Like this is, I'm going to show you this real fast so I can get it out. This is, come on now. This is what Strike King was originally making. Balsa, circuit board lip, awesome components. I still have a lot of these. Tackle Warehouse put them on clearance about 7, 8 years ago, something like that. And this was originally a $20 bait, and they put them on clearance for $6. So your boys snapped up a bunch of them. All right, now this is what they're currently making. This is their shad. Plastic bill, regular round snap split ring. See, this one has a split ring. It even has metal come up to support the circuit board. Now, I have noticed one thing. The plastic ones run a little bit truer when you first get them out of the pack. They do. I think that's because just how they're made. This one is more durable and catches more fish. But unfortunately, you can't get it anymore. Haven't even been able to find them anymore. You can find them on eBay, but you're going to spend $30, $40 on them. And I'm not doing that. Okay. Let's go on to some regular Shad Wraps. All right. Also, I'm going to show you a cheaper alternative. I'm going to go and pull the cheaper alternative out and set it over here. All right. Actually, another cheaper alternative as well. Come out of there. Actually, I'll show you a couple other things real fast as well. Okay. And this. And okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this out as well. All right, so come on now, don't do that. All right, so me and my cousin about 10 years ago, I think was, we were on Lake Hartwell, cold as hell. Hadn't had a bite. We're fishing around. We start finding fish around docks. We can't get them to bite. We pull out this Shad Wrap right here. This is called, I think this is called the Natural Craw. This is not the original Crawdad. This is either brown craw or natural craw. This color here. And the original Crawdad, which I have as well, but I don't feel like digging out. It's in there. But it takes me a while to get them out. This is also the same color. This one right here, we started lighting them up. We had an 8 and 2 7s, a 5 and a 2. We won that tournament. But it was just something magical happened, and it just exploded. Now, Shad Wraps are $8 to $9 a piece usually. And this is another really good color, that green pumpkin, red belly. And then this one here is called Demon. This is also a great color, especially when you get towards the spring. This color here. But also I like Big Shad. I like several other things. Some cheaper alternatives, okay? You have the Rapala glass Shad Wrap, which is plastic. It's not balsa. It has a rattle. And sometimes I have seen this catch fish really better than the regular Shad Wrap. It has the same profile. It has like flicker inside. It's like see if you can see that or not. See a little foil inside it? Also, sometimes you can find these on eBay pretty cheap. And this is the Daiwa Shad Monster or something like that, or Shad Mother. I I can't remember now. I've had them for a long time. I use these a lot. This is original out of the pack. I haven't changed these hooks out. I don't like these little hooks. But anyway, I don't like silver hooks in general. This little guy here catches a lot of fish. It has like a coffin style bill. Most of the time what I do is I get up a rip wrap. This one has a rattle in it as well. This makes a lot of noise. I get up around rip wrap or a point and I just grind it down. Another cheaper alternative. Ouch. And this, you buy like a 3-pack of these for $7. And this is the Berkeley Flicker Shad. Like I told you, I've been really impressed. They have really sharp, good quality hooks on them. You don't need to change them. The finish, I mean, after time, the hooks start wearing some of the finish off, but it's a great quality bait. I mean, if you don't want to get regular, like, I mean, if you're on a really tight budget and you can't really spend $10 on a piece on a Shad Wrap or $8, whatever you can find them for. I don't know where you live. I don't know what your prices are. These usually come in a 3-pack. I'll show you the colors that came with. Give me a second. So I got this one. Anyway, it's this one, a shad color one, and a red one for $7. You're not going to beat that. You're not going to beat it at all. Now I got to talk about this puppy. This, I almost hesitate to give you this a little bit, but I really like this. It has a rattle. It is plastic. And it is the jointed Rapala Shad Wrap. You're out there, bluebird sky, water's muddy, cold, fishing's bad. Pull this little guy out. He's going to catch you something. I like this, the 5 and the 7. That's the only 2 you need. I like these in natural craw patterns with red bellies and with some chartreuse on them. I also like them in shad colors. And also I have some in fire tiger. And the water's chocolate milk. Pull out that fire tiger. It's going to do something for you. The fish, when the water's chocolate milk, you need something with a rattle. And you need something that's bright color. And I do mean bright color. Don't mess around. Throw some electric chartreuse color, something really nice and bright. Give that fish something to see, something he can tone in on. All right. Next thing I want to show you. Also, thanks to some of my subscribers who told me I haven't really tried these that much. Now I like them a lot. This is like my panic button. When I'm at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a winter day, and I don't have any fish in the live well, I pull out Finesse swim baits. It's kind of been my go-to pretty much ever since I've been tournament fishing. It used to be something different before these. It used to be, gosh, it's been so long ago. Dang. It's by little fishies, 2 little fishies. And it's a little small shad style swim bait. It's about, I think it's like 2.5, 3 inches long. Everybody's like, they see me throw it, they didn't know what it was. It's cheap. You buy them at Walmart, almost dirt cheap. But it just fits that little profile, and you can reel it really slow on the bottom. Because a lot of times when it's really cold, fish are hunkered to the bottom. And a lot of times if it don't seem easy enough for them to eat and they got to make an effort to do it, they're not going to eat it. So you have to somewhat take the effort out of it. Make it like, that'd be a pretty easy meal. But I've been trying these, and these are the Echo Swim 3.25. These are really good. I like these a lot. And they have some really good colors to them. But I want to show you, I'm going to show you my 3. When it's cold and nothing's biting, this is what I go to. All right, I'm gonna show you these last because these are gonna surprise you. All right, so it's panic button time. All right, Kitech 2.8s. You reel them really. I fish these. A lot of people see guys fish these on a spinning rod. I don't do it. I fish these on an 1/8 ounce head with a 1/0 hook. I'm going to show you the hook in a second. And I reel them really slow. I fish them on a 7.3 medium light casting rod by iRod. And I'll show you something. The hooks I use right now, I use, okay, I thought I had them sitting right here, I'm sorry. I usually keep all my hooks and everything right in the bag with them. But these are not the right ones. Oh, here they are sitting right beside me, dang it. The ones I already got out. If you're looking for a really good deal and like a jig head that can do it all, I mean, Ned rigging, finesse swim baiting, this is your deal right here. The Berkeley, it's called a half head jig heads right here. You get 7 to a pack, and I think they're like $4 or maybe a little bit cheaper than that. The hook is super sharp. I mean, super sharp. And and the keeper system on it, a lot of people complain. They say that that keeper system starts wearing a hole in the bait. I have not experienced that. It holds really good for me. And a lot of times I put like a small little dab of glue right behind that head. And what that does is it keeps this from getting yanked down so much. That's what probably starts creating the hole they're talking about. It's because they're not taking care of it the way they need to take care of it. The next swim baits I go to, there's two. And I'll use these or I'll use these. It doesn't matter. I use Kitex or I'll use these two right here. And one is the minnows and bad shad, the 3-inch. The 3-inch minnows. And also the 3-inch swim slims. You can see that? Slim swims. Just to show you really fast, people complain about this hook, but this hook, or this jig head, I mean, it's the same as, I think it's Gamakatsu makes the same exact same keeper. People complain about that as well. But this little head right here, I'm going to show you, this is on 3X, on Elastec. You're going to come in, you're going to find that little pocket, you're going to come up on it, and what you're going to do is you're going to have to grab it. And I went a little too shallow, so I'm going to take it back off. It's Elastec, you ain't going to hurt it. Then I'm going to come back out again. You got to make sure it's straight. And I guess that time I went down a little bit too deep and I gave it a hump. But like I said, it's Elastec, so let's try it again. Let's come back out. Let's make sure we're hitting the right spot this time. Ouch. Okay. So then you're going to just, once you get like right here, you're going to grab this thing and you're going to stretch it up on there and pop it back up on there. You're going to grab it and stretch it up on there. Make it grab all those. And you see? It's not coming off. And this little thing right here, it doesn't have a lot of action. I'm going to tell you that right now. This little tail just goes. It doesn't have a lot of head roll. It's just tiny little bitty tail just flickering a little bit. You take this and you reel this really slow on the bottom. You see that little head? Or another head I like to use is just a Cumberland round ball jig head for Elastec. And there's another round ball that I use as well. Another thing that I like to use a lot is a new one by Z-Man. It's called their Finesse Eyes. I like this jig head a lot too. It's an awesome little jig head, but you only get three. And it costs more than 7 of these. I mean, I don't really think the fish cares if it has a little eye on it, but sometimes I guess it could make the difference. Now, if you want to take this off, all I do is pinch the head and start pulling it down, and it's taking it off. And a lot of times what I do with my Last-Tech is I keep them in their tray in here, because you don't want them out of the tray because they'll start messing them up. Then I take them, put it back in the same tray, put it back the same way it was, and you don't really even know you've used that one. I've caught up to 70, 80 fish on a bait before, on one bait of a Last-Tech. That's why I only keep one of each color of these in my bag, because that's all you need is one pack of them. I mean, I'll go through in a day, a good day, if I'm catching a lot of fish and they're biting the contact, I'll probably go through all these. So they'll end up tearing the tails off, but I'll catch more because I put a little drop of super glue by the head. I like the French Pearl, the electric shad, the, what's it called? Pro Blue Red? No, Pro Blue Pearl Red or something like that. And I got it, and I don't feel like digging for it. I like that a lot as well. And I've been trying these lately. These Divine swim baits by 6 Cents. And they're actually really good as well. Especially, like, this is called gill dust. When they're fishing, like, when the fish are up there and it's like, right at the time, like when the brim are on the bed and stuff. Let me show you this one before I forget about it as well. This is another thing I really like. And this is by V&M. It's called the Wild Shad. It has like a perfect shad imitation body. It's good stuff. We'll go more into this on another video. And I'll show you rigging, rod, line. I'll do the same thing for the other stuff as well. But I think this video is long enough. If you want to stick around and watch it, I'd be more than happy. Once again, guys, I'm sorry it took me so long to make another video. But if you go ahead and hit that like button, please. Just let me know you're liking it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to get a lot more videos out for you. I need to just constantly get it done. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. I answer anybody's question. I'll try to start linking some stuff in the, like, so you can guys know where to get this stuff from. A lot of stuff I buy from Land Big Fish nowadays. I know I'm wearing a Tackle Warehouse shirt, but most of the stuff I buy from Land Big Fish just because it saves me money. And like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, ask them. I'll answer them. I've been working on a boat trying to figure out I've been really irritated by how I had stuff just thrown in there. I need to stop. I get OCD and I need to stop just throwing stuff in. I like stuff to be arranged the way I want it to be. But that's a different story for a different day. Guys, tight lines. Make sure you bring some coat and layers. It's cold. Don't get sick. I'll talk to you on next time. You have a great day.